Are you wondering what is the best dating strategy for you? Should you do cold approach like day game or night game, or is it better for you to build a social circle? In today's video, I'm going to share my unbiased opinion and analysis of both strategies. We're looking closely into all of these characteristics, and in the end of the video, I'll share my way that I use to meet extremely attractive women as a short, average-looking guy without being rich or famous. After this video, you can decide what is the best dating strategy for you and what fits your desired lifestyle the most. Also, let me know, what do you think? What is the better strategy, cold approach or social circle game? What do you like or dislike about both strategies? Let me know your opinion and questions in the comments below, and I'll answer you. I used to work as a club and party promoter in Spain and in Bulgaria. I organized parties with thousands of people, and still today I'm organizing social events, model photo shootings in luxury beach clubs, boat parties, yacht parties with extremely attractive women. My friends are rich and famous, and I cold approached women in over 30 countries, and I'm actually getting laid from it. So I'm not one of these dating coaches who approached two women in their life and then makes a video about it. Let's talk about the entry barrier. So how quickly can you get started? So with cold approach, it's really easy. You make up the courage, you leave your house, you go to a public area, to a shopping mall, to a shopping street, and then you start approaching women. It's very easy, you don't have to pay any money, you just go out, start to talk to girls, and it's based mainly on your charisma. The results can happen really quickly with cold approach. If you're going to a bar, if you're going to a nightclub, if you're going out during the day, if you go out and you approach girls, you will get results sooner or later. For example, I had a short Indian guy with a hearing aid that is connected to his phone, sticking out of his head, approaching girls with me, and he got laid after around 78 approaches. So everyone can do it if you are committed to. Then the entry barrier for social circle game. So with social circle game, first of all, you need to have a base level of charisma to be accepted into high-end social circle, into elite social circles, and you need a base level of charisma and likability. And it also depends on what kind of events you want to do. So for example, I had a client, Andrew, he was in London, and he was accepted into these Oxford and Cambridge clubs and into these high society posh clubs, and he started to run social circle events there and parties there. So sometimes it depends on the entry barrier, but at least what you need is a base level of charisma and social skills so people actually like you. It's a different game if you just invite everyone to go bowling with you or if you want to throw massive parties. Then let's talk about the location. For cold approach, you need to be in a big city where there is a lot of foot traffic. Of course, in your small cow town, you can approach the cows and the few people that are walking around, but there is not enough people. So you need to be in a big city like Miami, Los Angeles, in Europe somewhere, in Warsaw, in Budapest, and I always say cities with at least 500K to 1 million people, depending on what your starting point is. Because if you have to get started, you have to approach a lot of girls to get good at cold approach, and then you need to be in a big city so there is enough options and an abundance of girls, because if you're staying in your little shitty cow town, then there is not gonna happen much. Whereas with cold approach, small cities can also work for social circle game, so you can position yourself as the guy that throws all the parties, that is the cool guy that invites everyone to his place or to his garden or to his barbecue or to his house or basement to throw the parties, and then you can also get laid a lot from social circle game. But generally speaking, I would say move out of your hometown, go somewhere where there's an abundance of people, where you can meet people anytime, anywhere, without having to worry about if you will be recognized again as the cold approach guy. What is the dating process looking like with cold approach. Like I said, if you're a complete nerd and you don't know how to talk to people and you don't have any social skills and you're kind of insecure and you have to build your character up, then it can take like 3 to 6 months to really get good at cold approach. Of course, this can also happen quicker if you have a base level of social skills and charisma. And if you're a guy that is committed and you're going out a lot and you're meeting people and you're approaching a lot and you analyze what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. But over time, the work is getting less. So with cold approach, it's a skill like dating, a dating skill that you learn, you get better at it, you become more efficient, you become more confident, you learn how to present yourself better, how to speak better, how to use your charisma, and then the work gets less over time. But if you're good at cold approach, you get laid between every 5 to 30 approaches. That's the approximate number, what I see in my clients and with me, if you're really getting good at this. With social circle, you need to build up the social circle and you need to find out where can I go to meet girls, where can I go to meet people, what kind of social events do I want to do. So for social circle game, I would say it takes at least 30 to 60 days to meet the right people, to meet the right girls, to think about and organize the parties that you want to throw or the events that you want to do. And it also takes preparation. So for example, if you want to do a bikini contest in your local swimming pool or at a beach club or something, then of course it takes longer to organize and to invite all the girls and to bring all the people together in your social circle than when you're just going out and start to talk to girls. If you're just doing house parties or parties somewhere in the garden of your friends, then of course this can be quicker. And it also depends on what kind of people you want to have in your events. How much time do you have to invest in cold approach? So with cold approach, you can be really good at it. You can become really efficient at it. Like I said, it's a skill that you need to learn. And at one point, you can just do it in your all-day situation. You can go to Barcelona and approach some girls at the airport, when you're going out, at the bakery, at the grocery store, and just meet women there, get their numbers, get their Instagram, and go out with them later or invite them on a party into your social circle. But in the beginning, you have to put in the work. I would say 3-4 times at least. You have to go out, you have to be social, you have to talk to people, you have to become better, hone your skills, your character, and do the learnings and get the reference experience in so you can become really good at cold approach. But once you're good at it, you can include it in your all-day situation, and it's a skill that you can take wherever you are. But I would say a couple hours a week to get 3-4 dates a week is easily doable with cold approach. My client Ali from Barcelona, he actually just got laid 5 times in a row just by being a week in Barcelona, and he's been in the game for 5 years. So it's a long-term skill that you want to build, and then you get better over time. The time it takes to build a social circle or the time that you have to invest is completely different, and also depends if you want to do one-off events or if you're doing container events. For example, going to the game hall every 2 weeks or doing a house party every month. It really depends on how much time and effort you want to put into this. Because with social circle game and with networking, what you're doing basically is that you organize an event and you bring all the people there. So it can take a lot of time to build up the pipeline, to meet all the girls, to meet a few cool dudes that you actually want to have on your parties. Because if you're having a lot of creeps and weirdos running around on your social events, then no girl wants to come again or bring her friends. So if you don't make this a career, like you're a moderator or an event planner or something, then social circle game can take a lot of time. And also the social circle can be difficult to maintain in the long run. Because people come, people go, friends come, friends go, and the best way is to have one friend that you're doing these social circle events with. I always say this: if I want to get laid, I do cold approach. If I want to have a threesome, I do a social circle game. But the events, it takes time, it takes money to plan the events, to invite all the girls. So depends on you, what do you like? If you want to go out, I just like to go out sometimes, meet a girl, go on a date, and then take her home if I want to. Let's talk about looks, money, and status in cold approach. I love cold approach just for the fact that even if you're a short, average guy, if you're having a great vibe, if you're having a great energy, if you have the confidence and the charisma, you immediately stand out from everyone, and also you can present yourself as the guy that you are. So even if you're just getting started, if you don't have a lot of money, if you are not really good looking, if you're just an average guy with a normal job that is trying to improve his life and become more confident, then cold approach is the way to go, because it's based on your charisma. The girl doesn't know your social status, she doesn't know how much money you have, and the only thing that she can see is how you present yourself, how you dress, do you have good hygiene, and things like that. And that's how she makes the decision if she wants to go on a date with you. And you can learn the skill, you can learn what to communicate about yourself, and most men just communicate very poorly about themselves when the girl asks them, what do you do for a living, or things like that, and that's why they never really get results. The great thing about looks, money and status when you're doing social circle game is that you can put yourself into a position of high social status. Because if you're the leader, if you bring everyone together, if you are the go-to guy on every party, when all the girls come to you and invite you and ask you if they can bring their friends, and they ask you where's the event, what shall we wear, and all of these things, then you are the leader of the social circle event, and pretty much every girl is attracted to you, or at least very nice to you, because you put yourself into a position where you have the highest perceived social status. So this is really cool. Even if there is a lot of high value men in your city or competition in your city, like in Miami, where everyone is rich and famous, you can still position yourself as the guy that has high social status in this small environment, in your social event that you are creating. This also brings me to the competition. With cold approach, today there is no competition. You immediately stand out. If you're the guy that can make up the courage and go up to the girl and act regardless of your fears and insecurities that you have around approaching women, the woman will appreciate it, they love it, they will respect it, that you just go up to them, because most men are so weak and scared to talk to a girl. They're not real men anymore, that women really love to be approached. It's a very pure form of going up to the girl. You know, you have these fears, her heart is beating, your heart is beating, and you just do it anyways, and the women love it. So the competition is zero. And since most men are so lazy in these days, also with the social circle game, you don't have a lot of competition, because a lot of men just completely gave up on dating. They don't work on themselves anymore, they don't work on their dating skill, and in the end, we do everything for the woman. We look good for the woman to attract the best potential mates. We are building the resources so we can build something or invite women into our life so we can build a family. And in the end, we do everything for the girls, no matter what it is. We want to reproduce as humans, and if you give up on dating, then you just have a massive problem and you'll be sad and lonely forever, or even worse, end up with the wrong woman. That means if you are doing social circle game correctly, there is no competition, the women love you, and you stand out because you're organizing something, you're doing something, and you are that kind of guy. So if you are someone that is ambitious, that wants to be successful, do cold approach, organize social events, and you will see that there's no competition in the dating market. What is more fun and more enjoyable? When I started my journey and I wanted to get better at women, I knew that I'm gonna suck for a very long time. Because I was insecure, I was shy, I didn't know how to talk to girls, I was using fake tan, I'm short, I had a lot of insecurities, and for me it was no fun at all with the cold approach. But I knew that if I go through this pain, and if I go through this process and this journey of approaching women, of getting rejected, of getting better, of analyzing what I'm doing right and good or wrong and what I need to improve, then I knew that at the end of it, I'm going to be a better man, and I've been growing in this process so much. I increased my confidence, I increased my social status, I made more money, I made better friends, and this is really what happens when you master the dating game and when you become better with girls. So in the beginning, cold approach is no fun at all, but once you get good at it, it's a very enjoyable process and it's a lot of fun if you are able to just approach girls anytime, anywhere, because you basically become a socially free man. Social circle game is a lot of fun once you're at the event, once you're hosting the party, once everyone is showing up, when all the girls come, when you're chilling with your friends, when you're having a great party, when you can take photos and videos for your social media, and when everything is just epic, you're having food, you're having drinks, you're talking to pretty girls, then it's fun. But before that, planning the event, inviting all the girls, inviting all your friends, buying all the food, or getting the funding for an event, that can take a long time and it can also be very stressful. But once you're doing the events, then social circle game is a lot of fun. And this is also what makes social circle game in terms of your lifestyle design a great option. Because you can pretty much pick a career that is helping you with your goals with women, that is helping you to make money. For example, if you're throwing events, if you're throwing parties, if you're working for clubs, or if you're working as a party promoter. That was, for example, one of the main reasons why I started to work as a party promoter, because I wanted to improve my social skills, I wanted to improve my charisma, but I also wanted to talk to girls and learn how to plan events, how to network, and how to expand my social circle. I use my social circle as the back end of my life. I have a brotherhood of strong, loyal friends, men that stand behind me, that I can trust. And then of course also I'm running the party where I'm inviting all the girls. But a social circle you should always build. You should have a brotherhood of strong men, and you should run events with social circle game if you want to get laid a lot. And also it's great if you're living in a city and you want to build your social status long term and you want to run events, for example, bikini events, bikini contest events, or photo shootings. You can invite a lot of models and you can bring a lot of really attractive women, because also it depends on the event what kind of girls are going to show up. There's not going to be so many hot girls on a barbecue in a garden in the middle of nowhere than when you're in Miami and you say, hey, let's go to the beach and we run a model shooting event and you tell them what to wear. For example, I told the girls last time, just dress in the leopard bikinis, and then we did a photo shooting and we've been taking some videos, and that was pretty epic. And also the content that you take in your social circle of the events with all the girls and with all your friends, you can present on social media and then demonstrate to other people that you have a great and interesting lifestyle that they maybe want to be a part of. It really depends on your lifestyle design preferences, because for example, if you're going on a lot of business trips, if you like to travel, if you just want to do weekend trips and you want to go somewhere and you want to have the freedom and the adventure, then cold approach is the way to go. I used to live in Warsaw, in Budapest, in Barcelona. I moved all around the world in different cities, and I just showed up there, lived there for a month or for a few weeks, and I always had the options to meet new women and to build my social circle. Because cold approach really gives you the freedom to talk to anyone, anytime, be interesting, engaging, charismatic, and then people like you. So cold approach I see as a skill and a confidence building tool that helps you to give you the confidence to pursue your dreams and goals long term. This also brings us to the character building and skills that you learn with cold approach. When you are doing cold approach, you learn how to overcome your fears, how to overcome your anxieties, how to control your emotions, how to control your energy, your body language, your facial expressions. And in that process, you become more confident. And this confidence helps you in all other areas of your life. Because like I always say, dating is the master area. We do everything for the girls, make money, look better, and create a cool lifestyle. You learn leadership, you learn how to be more persuasive, and you learn networking with other people, and this also helps you in your social circle game. So when you're running social circle events, you learn how to plan events, how to invite people, how to text girls, how to meet several women at the same time, how to present your events interesting, and maybe you also learn how to send out flyers. For example, I always send out this flyer when I'm doing a social event where there's all the information, what to wear, what to dress, where to show up, and what to bring to the social circle event, and then people love it. So the character and skills that you built in the cold approach is what you can use in the social circle game later. What kind of girls do you meet in cold approach? When you're going out during the day, during the night, I met TV stars, I met famous people, I met pretty much every different girl, the shy girl, the librarian, the secretary, the very successful business girl. It really depends on where you go and which location you approach, and you can meet so many different girls. The tourist girl that wants to go on a date with you, the girl that just wants to chill and relax in the park. It depends where you approach the girl, and that's what makes it so exciting. So you can meet any kind of girl. I met famous girls, Instagram influencer girls, got them on a date very easily, and cold approach is a cheat code, and it pretty much gives you access to women or men that you would normally not get in contact to. Because everyone is in the street sometimes, everyone is in the bar or at the club sometime, and you just have to make sure that you are choosing the right venues for the right type of girl that you like. And even better, with social circle game, you can think, what is the archetype of girl that I like, and what is the kind of social events that I want to run. So for example, if you want to make a book club with only pretty women and you like the girls with the glasses and the shy and nerdy ones that are kind of cute, then maybe you should run a book club events. And if you only want to have the blonde ones with the big ears and with the pretty faces that like to party, then maybe you should just throw a bikini contest event where all the girls show up, or a charity event, and then you can decide what kind of girls do you really want, and you can target the kind of girls really directly. If you're running parties and you want to have a lot of attractive women, of course it's also gonna attract a certain type of girl that likes to party, that is there for the fun, for the drinks, for the free food, for the free things, the OnlyFans girls that are there to get the content. So you always have to make sure that you are attracting the right audience and inviting the right girls to your events. But you can also frame it in a way where the girls love it and see it as a benefit for them to show up. So for example, if you tell them you can shoot content, we'll take pictures of you, it's gonna be a lot of fun. That's what I do on my events, and the girls love it. Because they all want to boost their Instagram, they want to look great, so they can attract better men. A big problem that I see with cold approach is that a lot of coaches just having very bad and sad information on how to cold approach, and most men never really get good at it or quit too early. Because like I said, cold approach is a character building tool, and a lot of men are quitting too early, same as in sales careers. So you really need to have a drive, and you need that mindset that you're going to do whatever it takes for however long it takes and never give up. Because at the end, when you have the skill down of cold approach, when you know how to talk to people, it's gonna be so much fun. But the turnover rate and the amount of people that quit or never get good at it is really high. That's why it makes sense to have a coach that holds you accountable and gives you the right information, like me, to help you with it. By the way, also, if you want to talk to me, book a call. We can call you, get to know each other, analyze the situation, and find out if and how exactly I can help you on your journey. With social circle game, there is a problem that you maybe need the funding, that you need to invite a lot of pretty girls, because if you want to have 5 or 10 average girls, that's going to be much easier than if you really want to get extremely attractive women on your events. And I'm the kind of dating coach. From me, you learn how to get the 9s and 10s and not the 3 and 4s. But if you want to get the 3 and 4s, you can go to the other dating coaches, but not to me. Funding and putting in the work to invite a lot of attractive women. If you're cold approaching them, if you're DMing them on Instagram, that takes time and effort, but it can be done. Of course, then you also need an optimized Instagram profile, showing the right things, presenting the right things, where you have social proof and pre-selection so women want to text you back when you invite them to your events in your city. And this is also a massive benefit of Social Circle Game. With Social Circle Game, when you're starting to run events and when they're becoming bigger and when there is more women and when there is more high status men, you're not only increasing your social status, you can also use the social circle events to get pictures with pretty women, to put on your Instagram, to take pictures with you and great food and with great friends where everyone sees that you have social proof and that you are pre-selected, and then you can acquire new people. So the social circle events are really good for content creation and to get content for your social media so you can show to others that you have a great social life and they want to be a part of. Because not everyone can have it, it's hard to attain, but if you do it, if you present yourself as that guy that is connecting everyone, people will love you. With Cold Approach, the benefits are that you're very independent. You can just go and approach women anytime, anywhere. If I want to meet a girl and get a date, I go out right now, walk to the shopping street here in Playa del Carmen right now, approach a few girls, get a few Instagrams, get a few numbers, and then go on a date, go and get food, invite them to my place, shoot some videos. Very easy, very quick. And that's the great thing about Cold Approach, that there is no precondition, no planning. You can just do it once you have the skill. And it's very efficient if you're doing it with the right strategy. This is also the great possibility that when you learn Cold Approach, when you're going out, when you're building your social skills, when you're building your charisma, that you can get in contact with people that you would never ever think it's possible. I met rich and famous people. I just went up to them, I talked to them. Mystery, I approached in a cafe, I'm just like, hey Mystery, what's going on, what are you doing? The main character from the book, The Game, I just approached him, said, hey, you're great, he liked me, I have a great energy and vibe. Then we went out together, made a YouTube video together that you can also watch on my channel, by the way, and we just had a lot of fun. Cold Approach is the skill that you can use in your social circle game, and in your social circle you build the network, and your network is your network, and you can become great and be the guy that always has high social status. This is also what I did my way. What I consider the best way is that you learn Cold Approach, become proficient, efficient at it. You learn how to think like a successful man. You learn how to dress and present yourself well. Then you learn how to talk to people, how to be social, how to be charismatic, how to be that guy that gets all the girls. And then once you have that skill down, then you can go into lifestyle design and building your social circle. In your social circle, you build up your Instagram, you show that you're a great man, that you're having great food, and you speak directly to the human wants and needs. Because we as men, we want to have foods and drinks. Of course, we want to survive. Then we want to have social approval. Then we want to have companionship, and then we want to have a great lifestyle. And if you organize social circle events where you present all of these things systematically, then when the girls go on your Instagram, they just think, oh, okay, this guy is great. He has women in his life, he has friends in his life, he's going to nice, luxurious locations, and everyone wants to be a part of this. You learn Cold Approach, become good at it, then build a social circle or start to run parties. Then you take the footage, present it on your Instagram, and then you can reach out to girls, text them, cold approach them, add them on your Instagram. You have all of them in a base on your Instagram account, and then you can regularly meet girls on dates or for parties. That's what I like to do. That's what I did, and it works. I teach to my clients, and this, in my opinion, is the best way.